Cincinnati, 2026. A tennis tournament where the action on the court is only half the story. Alex Eala has just demolished Elena-Gabriela Ruse in straight sets. The Filipina sensation is through to the second round. The fans are cheering. The Philippine flags are waving. Everything seems normal. But then, something unprecedented happens. The match ends at 11:47 p.m. local time. At 11:48 p.m., ticket prices for the next session start climbing. At 11:52 p.m., prices have doubled. By midnight, the secondary market is in complete chaos. What was once a standard second-round ticket now costs a small fortune. This is not just a tennis match anymore. This is a phenomenon. The Eala Effect is real. And it's causing ticket prices to skyrocket faster than anyone has ever seen. How did a 21-year-old from Quezon City become the hottest ticket in tennis? Why are fans willing to pay double, even triple, just to watch her play? And what does this tell us about the new era of women's tennis? This is the story of how one victory turned a WTA 1000 tournament into the most in-demand event of the year. The bombshell isn't just about the win, it's about what that win has done to the Cincinnati Open itself. Subscribe to Tennis Pulse and hit the notification bell for more tennis news, drama, and analysis every day. To understand the ticket frenzy, you have to understand the victory that triggered it. Alex Eala's first-round match against Elena-Gabriela Ruse was supposed to be a battle. Instead, it was a statement. Eala, seeded 17th at the Cincinnati Open after earning a first-round bye, faced the Romanian, a player who had defeated her in the 2024 US Open qualifying tournament. That loss had haunted Eala for 2 years. She had been just one match away from her first Grand Slam main draw. And Ruse had crushed that dream, but the 2026 version of Alex Eala was a completely different animal. She dominated from the very first game. After dropping her serve in the opening game, Eala won the next 9 consecutive games. The scoreline read 6-1, 3-0 when Ruse retired due to injury. Eala broke Ruse's serve 5 times in a row. It was a masterclass. And the tennis world took notice, but what happened next, what happened after the match, was even more astonishing. The victory didn't just move Eala to the next round. It set off a chain reaction that would shake the very foundations of the Cincinnati Open. The Eala Effect was about to go into overdrive. By now, the Eala Effect is a well-documented phenomenon on the WTA Tour. But what is it exactly? And why does it matter so much? The Eala Effect refers to the incredible ticket demand generated whenever Alex Eala plays. It was first seen in Dubai, where the Filipino overseas community packed the stadiums. It then spread to Washington, D.C., where Eala won her first WTA title, and ticket sales went through the roof. But the true scale of the phenomenon became clear at the National Bank Open in Toronto. Tournament organizers were forced to move Eala's matches to center court after ticket demand surged beyond anything they had ever seen. A tournament director described the response as just unprecedented. Every match Eala played sold out. They said they have never experienced a sellout like that before, one report noted. The last time the National Bank Open sold out an opening Wednesday was 2 decades ago, courtesy of Serena Williams. Let me say that again. Serena Williams. The greatest player of her generation. That's the company Alex Eala is keeping. The reasons for this demand are clear. First, there's the Filipino diaspora, a global community of over 12 million people who have found their new hero in Alex Eala. When she plays, they show up. They bring flags. They bring noise. They bring an energy that transforms stadiums. Second, there's the Coco Gauff factor. The American star summed it up perfectly. I like that Alex brings a whole new demographic to the WTA Tour. That demographic, Filipino fans who might never have watched tennis before, are now filling seats, buying merchandise, and creating the kind of buzz that the WTA has been craving. A tournament in Toronto described the scene. In the past we saw tens of flags from various nations throughout. This year we saw hundreds and thousands of flags. This year you saw the engagement of the fans with each other, which was great to see. And now, the Eala Effect was about to hit Cincinnati. The moment Alex Eala secured her victory over Ruse, the secondary ticket market exploded. Tickets for the second-round session, which had been selling at standard WTA 1000 event prices, suddenly began to climb. And climb. And climb. Prices reportedly doubled within hours of Eala's victory. Reports indicated that ticket prices skyrocketed as demand surged far beyond available supply. Tennis tournament directors have never seen anything like this, not for a second-round match, not for any non-Grand Slam event. But this wasn't just any player. This was Alex Eala. This was the player who single-handedly sells out stadiums. The demand was so intense that some fans paid premium prices just for the chance to see Eala's next match. Secondary market listings showed that the interest in Eala's match had caused a sharp upward shift in pricing. What makes this even more remarkable is the sheer speed of the surge. Within minutes of the final point, ticket prices were climbing. Within hours, they had doubled. And the frenzy continued through the night. The bombshell wasn't just about the match, it was about what the match had done to the tournament itself. This is not normal. This is unprecedented. This is the Eala effect in its purest form. The ticket frenzy at Cincinnati is not just about one player, it's about what Alex Eala represents for the future of women's tennis. This is a player who has achieved more in 2026 than most players achieve in a lifetime. She has beaten 9 top 10 opponents, including Iga Swiatek, Elena-Gabriela Ruse, Coco Gauff, and Jessica Pegula. She has won her first WTA title. She has reached the 4th round at Wimbledon. She has climbed to a career-high world ranking of number 20, and is projected to rise even higher. But more importantly, she has done something that no other player in the world can match. She has galvanized an entire global community. The Filipino diaspora is showing up in numbers that the WTA has never seen before. And tennis organizers are taking notice. They said they have never experienced a sellout like that before, one report noted about the Toronto Open. Only Serena Williams had reportedly sold out a Wednesday night opening match in the last 20 years of the tournament, proof of Eala's reputation as tennis' current biggest star. Let that sink in. A 21-year-old from the Philippines is being compared to Serena Williams. Not in terms of titles, not yet. But in terms of drawing power? Absolutely. Tournament organizers in Toronto admitted that the scale of Eala's popularity was a surprise and that they will now reassess their approach for next year. The WTA is learning, when Alex Eala plays, you need to be prepared for a surge of interest that could overwhelm your ticketing system, your stadium capacity, and your concession stands. And now, Cincinnati has experienced it firsthand. So what happens next? The Cincinnati Open is just getting started. And the ticket frenzy is likely to continue and intensify. The winners of the 2026 Cincinnati Open will earn 900 ranking points. A significant amount. But what is more important is the spotlight that comes with playing in front of a packed stadium. And with the ticket frenzy showing no signs of slowing down, the Cincinnati Open has become one of the most anticipated WTA events of the year. Eala's next opponent, Amanda Anisimova, the world number 10, will also benefit from the frenzy. She may be the bigger name with more Grand Slam experience, but it's Eala who is selling the tickets. It's Eala who is drawing the crowds. What does this mean for the future? For Alex Eala, it means her popularity is only going to grow. As her ranking continues to climb, the demand for her matches will only increase. She has entered a virtuous cycle. The more she wins, the more fans want to see her. And the more fans want to see her, the more organizers prioritize her schedule, giving her better time slots on center court. This has already started happening. In Toronto, organizers moved her to center court because of ticket demand. In Cincinnati, the same is likely to happen. And at the US Open? Expect to see Eala on the biggest stages, in prime time. This is the Eala effect. This is the future of women's tennis. And it all started with one victory at the Cincinnati Open. Subscribe to Tennis Pulse and hit the notification bell for more tennis news, drama, and analysis every day.